I want to welcome everybody again to the Invest podcast. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I'm your host, John Ross. If you were looking for healthy, great tasting food in the Sacramento area, Invest in Your Nutrition Meal Prep is Sacramento's brand new healthy food option. We have some great choices: chicken, turkey, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Check out investinyourself personalgrowthcode.com/menus. You'll see many of our menu options there as well. Also, once a week, usually Wednesday or Thursday, we put out our weekly menu of the items that we're going to be serving for that next week. Remember to go ahead and order by Friday to have your food either available for pickup or delivery that Sunday or that Monday. You can also DM me at All Things Invest. All Things Invest with 3 T's on the end. Again, that's Invest in Your Nutrition Meal Prep. When you eat good, you feel good. So far in this short history of the Invest in Yourself podcast, I've brought you many guests. I've brought you former athletes, NFL players, brought you life coaches. I've brought in best-selling authors, motivational people. I brought entrepreneurs, clothing brand owners, and I will continue to bring many more high-quality guests to this show. The goal of this podcast is to motivate, uplift, and inspire, and give people ways and the motivation to improve various aspects of one's life. And today, the reason why I didn't want to bring a guest on, I want to take the reins today and talk really, really shortly about something that's seriously an issue that's of great importance. I believe it's almost an emergency, and it's to talk about developing reasonable, sensible nutritional patterns for ourselves and our family. Let's be honest. Many of us Americans, we don't have decent diets. We don't have balance, and many of us do not know what balance even looks like. It's never been shown to us. We've never had a way to be able to get balance because it's not on television. It's not on billboards. It's not talked about. There's been a plan laid out for us. Hate to be like conspiracy theorists, but I just call things the way I see it. And many people do see it my way when I come out and I tell them, life, we get like guided paths. And many people in life, they follow the path of least resistance. They do what's easy. They do what pretty much most of people are doing. And a big part of Americans, they eat bad. And the reason is because the government, these food manufacturers, have pretty much laid out a plan for you to get you hooked. I talked about on a previous podcast from the pharmaceutical companies, from big food, junk food, pharma. There's a lot of money in you getting sick. No education in telling you, don't eat that, don't put that in your mouth. If you eat that, all the time, you will get ailments. You will get high cholesterol, you will get type diabetes, you will have a stroke, you may die prematurely. They don't tell you that, but they push those commercials, they push that food, down your throat. And another reason why me and my wife came out with Invest in Your Nutrition Meal Prep was because I felt Sacramento was really lacking access to readily prepped and healthy food. When you want to eat healthy, you don't plan for it, and you get hungry, what are you going to do? You're going to make the dash. You're going to go to Taco Bell. You're going to go to Del Taco, and you're going to get that stuff that makes you, fills you up. But, an hour later, you feel like crap. And again, what you put in can have an impact and effect on your entire life, and what happens to you, what ailments you get, what medications you have to take. So I just want to throw out a couple of quick pointers to kind of help to, guide us in that direction toward doing that. So food is many things. Food can be used as a way to show love. Hey, you want some food? Food is cultural. There's certain foods that people eat that's really they're cultural foods. Unfortunately, some of those cultural foods that are eaten on a regular and a daily basis can lead to health problems. Food is, for some, it's a coping mechanism. It's how they deal with sadness. Maybe the ending of a relationship, which can be tough. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Stress at work. It's not that you have to stop eating food, enjoying food. Food is fuel. You need food to survive. We have to change our relationship with food. We have to slowly start to change the way that we approach food in a sensible manner. And what does that look like? How does that start? Well, number one is awareness about what's happening every day. United States, we're the leaders in obesity. Obesity is at around 70%. That's really high. It's almost to where obesity has become the new normal here in this country. Again, it's difficult. People work long hours. Some people don't have time to cook healthy. Some people don't know what healthy looks like, so they go on that cycle. And many people know they need to change, but again, I will tell you, as I know, change is not easy. Change is hard. And as a matter of fact, there are 5 stages in the trans-theoretical theory of change, and I will touch on those again in a second. But again, some ways to get yourself some awareness, some ways to get yourself some knowledge would be, first of all, go out and consult a qualified health coach, nutrition coach. Get with them for a few sessions, maybe many sessions. I myself offer anybody that wants it a free 30-minute consultation for fitness and nutritional lifestyle. I do my best to take those 30 minutes to really try to educate you and give you some game, about how to prepare your food, how to go to the grocery store. Little simple things in the long run can make huge difference for your body. Again, when you feel good, it's priceless. So one thing I always told my clients was, I don't care if you got Mercedes-Benz, Gucci, Prada, Saint Laurent, big old chains on your neck, bling blinging, rings all iced out. All right, that's great. If you ain't healthy, if you cannot look in the mirror without any of that stuff on, you ain't by the Benz, you ain't got the Gucci purse, you ain't got the earrings. If you can't look in the mirror without any of that stuff on and feel confident and feel really comfortable and happy in your own skin, inside and out, those materials are fruitless. You got to take care of one's body and one's mind, or those things, they really don't mean as much. I tell you what, again, there's no better feeling than being happy with yourself, than feeling good about yourself, than actually truly loving yourself. My previous guest, Jonathan Trowan, the founder of the Happiness Institute, that man's doing great things with having people work on the most important skill that people do not teach us is the love for yourself, taking care of yourself. Second step that I would recommend anybody to do, if you don't want to get with the health coach, there's so much information out there on the internet to really help and educate us toward becoming a better version of ourselves. So for nutrition, there's a site that I can give you some details about. It is spelled Udemy. It's Udemy. They have nutrition courses on there from $25 upwards to $200. Some of those will take you maybe a few days to complete. Some of those may take you a few weeks to complete. Even the $25 stuff, the $50 stuff, you can learn things that can last you a lifetime. You can learn information about, ways to go to the store, the difference between a refined carbohydrate and a whole grain. Definitely learn skill sets that you can pass on to friends and family and truly make an impact on their self and make an impact on you as well. I feel like when you take care of yourself, you take care of your star player, and you're happy with you, you're a better quality person to the people around you. I believe you're a better quality friend. I believe you can be a better quality father or a mother. I believe you can be a better productive coworker. It's been proven, companies and jobs where people have like wellness programs and things like that. The production, the productivity, the morale of the whole place is a lot higher when you have people that are taking better care of themselves. So again, get yourself with a coach, get yourself some nutrition classes. You can't tell me you ain't got $25, you ain't got $50. I know you definitely got that to invest in yourself, in your health, invest in the chances of not getting sick. And there's a difference between living life and living a high quality life, living your best life. The next thing I would say, if you do decide you want to embark down this journey, which would be great if you did, get a support system. It really helps when there are some people around you that are dealing with the same issue and they're working toward it. You guys can definitely be support to one another. Also, Facebook has some great, awesome groups to really, help you with your support. They have motivational groups for mothers, busy moms. They have nutrition forums where people post, healthy recipes and things of that nature. I believe some of them with the COVID, becoming more things pretty much open. There is some groups that may be actually meeting once or twice a month, in person to go ahead and discuss and support each other. Again, a great support base can go a really long way with helping you get on track with your nutritional and your fitness goals. Gave you 3 steps right there. And really quickly, I want to touch on the 5 steps in the trans-theoretical theory for change. I'm going to run them down for you. And people, we go through this. Like, it happens. Do not kick yourself in the ass if you're like, fuck, I want to change right now. Even if you're thinking about it, as long as you're cognizant that maybe you do need to change, then that's awesome. And we'll work through the other steps. The first step is pre-contemplation. That's when you're like, you don't really know you have a problem. You might know, but you're not really thinking about it. You're busy. You're going through life. You're maybe masking it with other things, materials, all that shit. The second is contemplation. So contemplation is probably like maybe a friend or somebody has told you like, hey girl, I'm on this, I'm doing this meal plan. I'm down 15 pounds. I got my trainer. Like, oh girl, what did you do? A lot of people is like Me Too type people. You don't want to see your friend, she coming down, slim down them dress sizes, she better go out and hit the club, and you like, I want to get that too. So you start contemplating, you start thinking, ooh, I need to change. Or maybe you went to your doctor. The doctor says, hey, Mary, Mr. Williams, Miss Jacobson, Mr. Bradley, you have high blood pressure. You're pre-diabetic, you have diabetes. You're at increased risk for stroke. Yeah. And you start contemplating making changes, Hay said it has to come to that, but for most people, unfortunately, you have to be like, look death in the eye, to want to make changes. I know people had strokes, heart attacks, things like that. Not knocking them because, most likely they just weren't aware of what was, going on inside of them. And then they get to that contemplation mode. And then the next step is step 3, and that's action. action can be something like, looking on the internet for personal trainers, nutrition coaches, sending out some emails, making some phone calls. Now you're like, the wheels are moving. You're like, hey, we're going to do this. The next is participation. You're actually actively doing this activity. You're actively exercising. You're actively trying to cook healthy. That's a great stage. It's also a very volatile one. It's one that you can go back really quickly because you're starting something new. The stage you want to get to is stage 5 in the trans-theoretical theory for change. You know what that is? Maintenance. Maintenance is where you do something pretty much like no matter what. Busy, tired, whatever it is, you're going to do it. You're going to stay on track. Even if you have a bad day, you get back on the next day. You know it's programmed in your brain. You've gained the mental skills. Again, when it comes to doing anything, nutrition, fitness, starting a business, you have to get that mental right first. You get that mental right, you can do almost anything. Sky is the limit, especially for your health and your nutrition. Those right there are the stages. I also want to talk really quickly about a website. It's a government site. They don't promote it really much. Again, there's no money in it, but it's an awesome, awesome site for those that know about it. It's called myplate.gov. They have so many great nutritional resources. They have healthy eating for seniors. They even have recipes for healthy eating on a budget. I've heard, a million times, I can't afford to eat healthy. I'm on a fixed income. I'm trying to stretch this money. I'm trying to stretch these food stamps. That ain't true. You got to plan a little bit, but there's definitely ways, even a budget, you can eat healthy. Chicken breast goes on sale really often. Thighs go on sale really often. Load up on that. Get yourself some quinoa. Make yourself a salad. There's recipes online for cheap, healthy, budget-friendly food. So don't give me that. Again, myplate.gov. They have apps, little tickers. They talk a lot about the difference between certain types of food. They tell you that, what types of fruit to eat. They talk about the difference between, canned fruit with all like preservatives and corn syrup in there and, whole fruit, whole grain versus refined grains. They have a lots of sources on there. They have recipes. Check it out. It is myplate.gov. I definitely believe that you will enjoy that website. I just wish that there was a bigger budget out there to put that up, like on a billboard in every major city in the United States. And a lot of people would be much more aware about what they need to put in their body and what they should stay away from. Because again, what you put in your body will affect you. As of right now, as it sits, about 34 million Americans are currently living with diabetes. Among that 34 million, 90 to 95% is type 2 diabetes. I saw that, read that statistic, and I was like, that's really high. That is, it's an astronomical number. Again, it comes from, a lot of it leads to what you put in. They don't know the 100% cause of type 2 diabetes, but they know, that the risk factors include poor diet. There are some genetics that play a role in there. If you have a family history of it, I do have some family history with, type 2 diabetes. That's a big part. People say, John, why are you like this? Why are you always, I know that with, my family history, there's risk factors there for lots of health problems, lots of things that really keeps me going. And it keeps me trying to push and motivate and inspire others as well. Because again, choosing, some of it's the propaganda they feed you, but some of it is also, it's our fault too. We're choosing to put that into our mouths. And, another risk factor for type 2 diabetes is having high amounts of body fat, especially carrying a lot of body fat in the upper portion of the body, which is known as android obesity, because, that's where a lot of your hormones are interacting in those areas. Your organs are there. So having lots of body fat in that stomach area can definitely affect the flow of your bodily hormones, especially insulin. So, with type 2 diabetes, it runs ravage on the body because if it's not controlled, can lead to a lot of calamities. Calamities are things that come from another ailment. So that one, and another risk factor for it, they say, is just not being active. So it is a disease that many people have. They say as many as 9%. They believe the number is higher. More than 9% of Americans have it because that's just what's reported. So again, that's a staggering number. I'm trying to raise awareness on that so people can get active, can slowly, start to incorporate some more healthy habits and start to kind of change this. The government knows about this and they're doing absolutely nothing to really try to help us to get better because there's so much money in the treatment. Because when you have diabetes, you're taking pills. When your diabetes gets out of control as far as your type 2 diabetes, then you're injecting insulin like someone who has type 1. That's what happens. And insulin is through the roof because there's so many people that are using insulin. So they really hope that they really don't want you to get your type 2 diabetes really under control, it seems to me, because it leads to other issues and they need other medicine. It can lead to problems with kidneys. They say around 50,000 Americans per year begin treatment for kidney failure because of diabetes. That's high. Diabetes, as of right now, it kills more people per year than HIV and breast cancer. This thing's a killer. This thing is put... Bismarck-E, man. Bismarck-E just recently died from complications due to diabetes. It's staggering. It's crazy. They say that about 40% of new kidney failure cases are from diabetics. So, when you have that, you're at increased risk of stroke and heart attack. The thing with that is, guys, we can make changes in that. It can start today. What I advise is just start to switch out some unhealthy foods for more healthy ones. Do it over a period of time. It isn't overnight. Again, there's 5 stages in the Trans 3 Radical 3 for change. Invest in Yourself Personal Growth Co. is here to support you. You can always DM me on Instagram. You can go onto my website, investinyourselfpersonalgrowthco.com. You can send me an email through there. I'm always there to help. Again, if you are in the greater Sacramento area and you want healthy, great tasting food prep for you, waste-friendly food, invest in your nutrition, meal prep, we got your back. And remember, myplate.gov. Keep yourself a support group. Maybe take a nutrition class. Get a consultation with a coach. I definitely hope that this particular podcast has been informational, has been motivational to you, and I try to put it in a realistic way that everybody can relate to, everybody can get. I'm trying to get America fit. I'm trying to get America healthy, one person at a time, so we don't got to deal with all that crap later, all the medicines, all the junk. I'm trying to change those statistics. I'm John Ross, Invest Podcast. I'll be back next week with another banging guest. You enjoy. Take care.